Yeah. The worry with telecom companies lobbying with the TRAI is that tomorrow it gives them the power to tell you what content to consume.
The minute you bring in plans like the Airtel Zero, we have the kind of funds to push our product there just like the others.
At some point we felt that it can possibly create situations where some of the spirit of net neutrality may get violated.
In a sweeping order, telecom regulator TRAI has clamped down on differential pricing of any sort.
Hi guys, now if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure that you know what net neutrality is. You must also be aware that in February 2016, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India came up with net neutrality guidelines after a lot of effort by internet activists across the country. Now, all of us know what these guidelines are, but just for the layman, किसी भी टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर या फिर इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर को अब ये परमिशन नहीं है कि वो किसी वेबसाइट, ऐप या फिर सोशल मीडिया नेटवर्क के साथ टाई अप करे और इन रिटर्न इन वेबसाइट्स और ऐप्स का एक्सेस किसी भी यूजर को फ्री में या फिर कम डेटा चार्ज पर मिले। इस तरह की सर्विसेज को हम जीरो रेटेड सर्विसेज बुलाते हैं, जो आमतौर पर इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स इनिशिएट करते हैं।
So, is everything over? Well, not exactly. Something just happened and most of us didn't even notice. Airtel on 25th of April 2016 had written a letter to TRAI seeking for permissions. Permissions for what? I quote, "We wish to bring to your kind attention that we have been approached by one of the big global content providers who wishes to offer their video content on exclusive basis over the closed electronic communications network of Airtel. While such an arrangement with the global content provider over CECN along with its exclusive offerings to our customers would be compliant to the regulations, it may well be viewed by some stakeholders in violation of principles of net neutrality."
Now, what is intranet or closed electronic communication network and how is it different from internet? एक सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं। सपोज एक बहुत बड़ी सोसाइटी है और उसमें कई सारे घर हैं। लेट्स अज्यूम दैट ऑल दीज होम्स आर इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स और टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर्स। अब इस सोसाइटी में बहुत बड़ी टंकी है जिससे हर घर में पानी जाता है। दिस बड़ी वाली टंकी इज कॉल्ड इंटरनेट। नाउ एवरी हाउस और अ टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर विल हैव देयर ओन स्मॉल टंकी जो सिर्फ उसके घर के मेंबर्स एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। ये छोटी वाली टंकी को हम इंट्रानेट बुलाते हैं। सो दिस इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंट्रानेट एंड इंटरनेट। Now coming back to the letter which Airtel has written to TRAI. Suppose this global content creator, hypothetically let's assume, is Netflix and Airtel enters into this agreement with Netflix, तो उस हिसाब से सिर्फ Airtel के consumers को ही Netflix का content फ्री में या फिर exclusive amount में मिल सकता है। इसके अलावा बाकी ऑपरेटर्स जैसे कि आइडिया, वोडाफोन और रिलायंस can't access this because this is intranet and only the telecom subscriber, the individual telecom subscriber, are authorized to access it.
So if we go back in time to when TRAI had actually published its guidelines on net neutrality, there was a clause involving closed electronic communications network wherein they had stated that the ban on zero-rated apps or differential pricing will not apply to intranet or CECN. Many had then argued that this is a big loophole and many ISPs will take advantage of this in a big way.
In that case, Vodafone tomorrow might come up and say that I want my own intranet deal with Amazon which is only available to my customers. Likewise, every ISP or internet service provider will come and they will say that I want my own intranet deals. Then what's the point of having one internet? We will have several walled gardens in that case. And this might even put the entire effort of net neutrality for a toss. We spoke to Mahesh Murthy, who is the founder of Pinstorm and himself a very strong net neutrality activist. Listen to what he has to say.
The point is, I mean, whichever streaming platform it is, and many suspect it is Netflix, the point is really that Netflix is anyway freely available over the top, and this is basically an attempt by Airtel to kind of say no, it's actually only available and it can't be made available on the internet and stuff like that, which is all nonsense. So I do hope that the application is thrown out by TRAI. It's really a bad sign. This is a backdoor entry for kind of sort of zero rating again. See, it sets a precedent, right? And if Airtel does it, so will Voda. If Voda does it, so will Reliance. Reliance, Airtel and Voda do it, everybody else can do it, right?
Apart from this, Nikhil Pava, founder of Medianama and a net neutrality activist himself, has this to mention. An online service such as Netflix is being provided to Airtel customers on an internet connection which is being zero rated, the choice of providing this over an intranet is merely in order to evade the TRAI regulations on differential pricing. The regulations are meaningless if an online entity that wants to be zero rated can tie up with each telecom operator and offer its services to customers of each telecom operator. This is collusive, and the collusion between content providers and telecom operators is one that the Department of Telecom had also warned about in its report.
However, many experts and industry analysts feel that this is an attempt by Airtel to sabotage Reliance Jio's plans, which is expected to come up with a lot of internet plans in the future. Whatever may be the case, the TRAI needs to come clear on this part of the internet, or else in the future our internet will be nothing but a bunch of walled gardens propagated by the ISPs.
Now let's get on to the second aspect of intranet. TRAI had mentioned that no internet service provider can ever come into an agreement with internet-based apps which are otherwise available to the global audience for promotion. But what happens if the internet service provider itself is the maker of an app? For example, if you buy certain data packs from Airtel, you get access to their music app called Wynk with some extra perks, for like night charges free, extra browsing data, etc, etc, etc. Now this could get detrimental for apps like Gaana or Savan, which are otherwise direct competitors to Wynk on an Airtel connection.
Like if I am an Airtel customer and I can access Wynk with a lot of perks which are provided by Airtel, then I will be more inclined towards this intranet offer rather than going on an open internet and accessing apps like Gaana or Savan, which will come with a cost.
Now let us get to the final part of the loopholes. TRAI had obviously taken into consideration the aspects related to differential pricing and zero-rated apps, which is absolutely commendable. But there is still no clarity when it comes to speed throttling or regulations over increasing and decreasing of browsing speeds. This could very well get violated by ISPs or S providers through various revenue sharing agreements.
Revenue sharing agreement. Now before we get into that, let us first understand what speed throttling over open internet is. Like in India, we have several ISPs, internet service providers like Airtel, Vodafone, Hathway, Idea, and many others. Likewise, in US too, we have many internet service providers like AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, and T-Mobile. As a matter of fact, in the USA recently, Netflix, which has been seen globally as a big advocate of net neutrality, had admitted that it was reducing or throttling the speeds of the consumers accessing its service through ISPs like AT&T and Verizon in the US. And this has been happening for the past 5 years. Now Netflix in its defense says that it was doing so from preventing customers using extra data. But interestingly, T-Mobile customers did not see any throttling of speeds in their networks because Netflix is a part of zero rating plan of T-Mobile called Binge On. Now coming back to India, no edge provider or content creator can enter into that kind of a deal with an ISP because thankfully, due to efforts of internet activists and TRAI, we have banned zero-rated apps. But what essentially can happen in India as far as speed regulation is concerned, and this has also been endorsed by many industry experts, is a revenue sharing agreement. Now how does that work? Suppose hypothetically if Vodafone enters into a revenue sharing agreement with Hotstar, for example, which means more the number of people come to Hotstar, more will be the shared revenue for Vodafone as well as Hotstar. Whenever you will access Hotstar through Vodafone, the speed of Hotstar will go so high that the other apps will become completely redundant. TRAI therefore needs to come up with speed throttling regulations because in India, as internet is evolving, so are the forces to control it.
TRAI has mentioned that they will be focusing on these loopholes and they're expected to come out with their consultation paper by this coming June. So let us again keep our fingers crossed and hope for net neutrality to prevail in full force. This is it from this episode of Street Journos. Keep tuned for the next episodes, and until then, let's keep learning.